started out like any other week in Cuba. We wanted to get tickets for the Via Azul bus, but they're all sold out, so we ended up in yet another taxi. We booked the casa, or so we thought, and we got there and it was overbooked, so we got kicked out.
So we had to go walk around looking for another place.
Fun times. Not the best way to start our time in Baracoa, but that's okay. It all ended up okay in the end. We got a pretty sweet place with a really nice view of the Malecon.
The Malecon. One of our favorite days in Baracoa was a day that we spent exploring just the general town and going up to a few lookouts and just checking out some of the beaches around there.
We must have walked at least 15 kilometers that day.
Yeah.
I was so sore by the end of it. Walked all the way across the beach, across this bridge, and then to another town.
The bridge was pretty dodgy too, especially as Oksana was walking across, the kids were shaking
I don't even know if you
it.
can call it a bridge. It was like a few planks with some rope strings strung across the water, and like the local kids were just like jumping around, running across the bridge, and I was terrified the whole time.
We thought it was going to be some like official lookout, but as we got there, it just was some person's house that we had to walk pretty much through. There was little piglets running around, chickens, but eventually we got to see the view and it was pretty spectacular.
Yeah, we made it to the top! Woo!
So we finished off the day just walking down from the viewpoint down to the little beach. Wasn't too much of a big beach, but it was a nice cool place to just cool off a bit.
It was called Playa Blanca. And then we walked back along the same long beach that we followed in the morning, and it was super busy. It's like everyone came out at sunset.
But we had to rush back because we had to get back to a little dinner that we had pre-organized with our casa.
Which was delicious.
Lobster. The other cool attraction of Baracoa was the national park that we went to. I think it was called Alejandro de Humboldt. And it was a real big national park that we pretty much trekked for about another 15 kilometers.
And you had to take a guide to go there, so you couldn't just like go explore on our own. He was a really good guide. He knew a lot, and he spoke fairly decent English. Showed us a bunch of cool places.
Enough for us to understand,
yeah.
Or for you to understand.
Showed a bunch of cool little plants and talked about the fauna and flora. What does it taste like? That's exciting. Let me try.
It's dry.
Where are we going?
We're going to the beach. Iguana or something like that. It rhymes with iguana. Luckily, part of the tour that also included a visit to the Mahayana beach. Something like that. Which was a very packed beach with a bunch of locals partying, as they usually are in any beach in Cuba. But it was a nice place to just relax and cool off after that long hike.
Kind of got us thinking about the beach and wanting to relax. So we decided that after Baracoa we would do for a little relaxation. So we booked ourselves into an all-inclusive resort. There's tons of them in Cuba, and we were like, we weren't going to do any because that's very touristy, and then we ended up in one anyway. Packed with locals, very few tourists, and they were just having a blast.
Oh, they were running competitions and men were twerking, so we decided to just walk back to the beach and just enjoy the rest of the beach and kind of go for a little afternoon sunset walk.
It ended up being a very nice and relaxing end of the week.